The future is now. The future is now. The Schumann Resonance is playing a major role. The future is now, and going forward, we understand and overstand that we are electrical beings over chemical beings. We're having a rough period of time with the energies right now. So let's just all sit back for a minute. We're going to play the Love Bowl. We're going to tune our frequency up, because if we want to know the secrets of the universe, we think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And all along, you were an electrical being over a chemical being. So let's tune up. Give the video a like so others find it. The Schumann Resonance. 432 hertz. We're tuning up our vibration. Grand Rising, everyone. It's good to see you all. We're going through a great spiritual awakening. We're going through the expansion of human consciousness, and the Schumann Resonance is actually helping us. We just hit a burst of power 52. And if you look at the chart, we're seeing these periodic spikes, very, very short in the length of time, but we just see these chop, 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 chop. Getting ready for something big, When we're expanding what we learned in the past, a lot of us were under the programming that everything was chemical. You had to take chemicals, you ran on chemicals, but actually we're electrical beings before we're chemical beings, and the chemicals actually the electrical current. And today we're gonna tie all the knots. We're gonna bring it all together today in the Schumann Resonance. Very powerful episode of the Schumann Resonance today. Very grateful for everyone that was on Patreon last night. We had a terrific Zoom meeting, and I'm grateful because you guys really let me do the real work. Those that got to witness that, and we connect the dots to what's really going on in the world. So, and if it calls you to join our Patreon, links are in the description. And there's a lot going on in the world, and people are questioning, why is this happening? And we're able to really connect the dots on Patreon. And, you know, it's so much fun being with all of you together. And yeah, it's all about the truth is the highest state of vibrational consciousness. Yes, the replays are on the Patreon. It'll the one from last night will be up soon. Truth is the highest state of vibrational consciousness on the Hawkins scale. And if you're not familiar with the Hawkins scale, you might want to learn about the Hawkins scale. You can on the channel Our Everyday Lives. Oh, that's our channel. Yeah, you should subscribe to the channel and click the bell next to subscribe and select all. And go into the channel and look at the Hawkins scale of vibrational consciousness. I've done full videos on them. We need to reach that higher state, and we get our vibration up. We got to get our electrical currents running, right? That's what it's all about right now. Oh, yeah. So, you know, we had a lot of major energies that are kind of throwing us around. We're going for a ride right now. And what are we? What are we, and how do we run? And as we're peeling back the veil, and we're learning more about ourselves, we were given wrong information. So we're learning about epigenetics, the biology of belief, and the Schumann resonance is actually healing us, and it's actually helping us get to the next level. Oh, I don't know, maybe the fifth dimension, if you will. We're going to go to the fifth dimension. Who wants? Let me know in the chat if you want to go to the fifth dimension. So let's get this very important update and information out there. Please give the video a like if you haven't done so already. It helps others find this important message. The Schumann resonance is the future. And we're learning more about our electrical body. So we need to ground, and we need to get out in nature and allow the negative ions of the planet. And when a lot of positive ions build up in our body, our physical and mental health decline. And that's why more and more people are saying no to the matrix. They're leaving their jobs that no longer serve their greatest purpose. They might be getting illegally fired from their jobs because they don't want to do certain things that will block the light of Christ from entering their DNA. So when we go out in nature, we ground. The negative ions are going through us, and the Schumann resonance is actually going through us. We're part of this realm. If we are disconnected from this realm, we can't be here no more. It's almost like the rapture. Remember the rapture? So we're actually looking at the science of the rapture. So if we're going to continue being part of this realm, and we're seeing the Schumann resonance, and we see it's rising. The frequency of our world is rising. So many times it goes above the baseline frequency. We are electrical beings over chemical beings. And we share about mental health awareness. A lot of the places out there, if a person has depression, shut up, take this pill, and go back to work. That's what they tell you. They just want you to go back to work. Feed the beast. Feed the beast. We're here to take down the beast, right? We're taking down the beast. But actually, a day in the sun, the sunlight charges you up. The grounding from the planet, it recalibrates yourself. And these Schumann resonances need to course through you because you are part of this world. Many people suffer from nature's deficit disorder. They're not in nature enough, and their physical and mental health decline. And then they'll say, "Oh, you don't feel so good? Well, just shut up and get back to work. Take this pill and shut up." We're raising awareness. So many people have a stigma about mental health, right? And we're here breaking down the barriers. That's why we come with strength. There's many places that are doing this now. I even see the NFL is talking about mental health, right? So we need to know that a day out in nature, it's going to help us out. As we become more in tune with the Schumann resonance, we actually feel better, and we also feel worse. It's true. We actually feel, and I'm going to share about my journey. Sometimes we actually feel worse as we're purging. We're purging all the densities. We're purging all the chemicals from the body. And, I'm in nature so much more than I was in the past. Always in the summer, I was on the beach every day. That was always right. But during the year, somehow I got through, right? And I wasn't, barefoot and in nature all day long. We were inside the building, right? Getting sick in those buildings that make us sick, right? So now, once you become more in tune, you actually, like if I'm not out in the sun, if I'm not out in nature, I am feeling more, my vibe is lower. Depression, anxiety, fatigue. You're more in tune with it. So now we're actually running. We're leaving the chemicals behind, and we're getting more in tune with the light. We're getting in tune with the vibes. We're getting in tune with the Schumann resonance. We're actually like a solar panel. Yeah. You say, oh, like the sun, right? You got to start thinking differently. Observe. Look at the flowers, the plants. The sun gives life to everything on earth. So if you want to just think of a solar panel, say, how is this connected to electricity? A photovoltaic device. All right, class. Today, we're going to talk about the photovoltaic device. And the photovoltaic device, also known as a solar panel, will take the light of the sun and convert it into electricity. So your body actually you're running an electrical current. Some of us are familiar, right? We know we have nerves, right? If a person's heart stops, they have a defibrillator, right? That pulses electricity through them. So we need to we have to start thinking differently about our physical body. The Schumann resonance is connected to human consciousness and these brain waves, right? That's why we're seeing everyone starting to wake up right now. But the more that, certain things get in the way, it's blocking the connection to the source. So take this computer right now, and it's plugged into a source. Now, there's different ways you could look at this, right? It has a battery. If I pull it out of the source, eventually it runs out and the computer dies. Can't turn it on anymore. Or if it didn't have a battery and I just cut the wire, it's disconnected from its source. So as we move towards the future, we're actually getting in tune with the currency, the current, the electrical current. Everything is a current, electrical current. Tesla said we live in an electric universe. So a lot of these concepts were hidden from us. Please smash the like button if you're learning something new today. I'm very grateful for all the support. Right now, the energies that you're feeling, we just had a wild and crazy eclipse. You might still be feeling the anxiety, right? As I'm still feeling a little bit, but you might feel like some of the density has been shaken loose. Some of the energy is shaken loose. You might be starting to feel a little bit better. We're getting loose. There was an old sense of constraint. An old sense of constraint held. They wanted to have dominion over livestock. They treated the people like livestock. If you've never, have you seen The Matrix? Have you seen it's called a documentary. It's called The Matrix documentary. They're siphoning the life force energy away. If you've never seen The Matrix, you should check it out. And it's not like there's literally something that we got to pull out of the back of the skull, but our energy has been siphoned away. There's an old sense of constraint, fear, and it's rough here, Bronx boy, very rough. I'm here with you. And we say, when is it going to end, right? When is it going to end? So the old sense of constraint is starting to come loose. But the old controllers, they wanted hold on to it, right? We might lose the constraint that maybe we have to report to a building that made people sick. We don't have to report there anymore. But now we want to be, now we're starting to get our sovereignty back. We're free. But what are they doing, right? Gas prices are through the roof. You can't move around, right? Everything is so sky high, right? The food. If the food keeps going up, we're going to have to just pull energy right out of the sun. You know? So we are trying to unplug. We're unplugging from the matrix, and we're plugging into the source frequency. God is singing love songs. The people have been tuned into static, known as Medea. The squeeze is on. Some of you feeling the squeeze, right? And, you know, it's so that we could see the darkness, the shadows. We were recently just talking about the eclipse and this blood full moon and how the shadows are coming out to be revealed. All the darkness that's underground, right? All the shadows. You know about the underground? The underworld? You stupid serpents. It's coming to light. It's all coming to light right now. Yeah. We have to deal with our personal shadows. We're dealing with our personal densities. And it's no one's fault. The controllers of the narrative, right? We were born into a prison of subconscious programming. It was given to us. So we have to understand and overstand that we came here to bust y'all out of prison. So I want you to be empowered. We're just going to take another minute to fine tune again. It's been a rough time with the energies. So we got to tune up and practice what you preach. It's all about frequency. It's a love ball. It's a love ball. We have to pick up our vibrational frequency. We are electrical beings before we are chemical beings. All your cells, they're like little solar systems, like little galaxies, right? You're a god and goddess. You just never realized it. You were told by these serpents that you had junk DNA. Oh, you have most of that DNA is just junk. Yes. Just go back to work and pay your taxes. Yes. You are junk. Mm-hmm. But when we realize that we're electrical, we're actually taking back our power. We're taking back our power right now. And, you know, it's rough right now. We're going through a lot of upgrades. You know, even myself, like some of you, like me, your appetite might be low. You know, our galaxies are saying, what's going on? What's going on out there? What's going on out there? That's what a lot of us are saying when you see a mind control thing called the television. Tell a vision. They're telling you a vision. They can't create the reality themselves. They actually trick the people into creating the reality for them. You see, light warriors, our thoughts, we broadcast an electromagnetic signature into the quantum field. Collectively, you know, if you want to change your personal life, you got to really start with positive thoughts, follow them up with positive actions. On my mission, I'm actually trying to change the entire world for the collective. That's why I'm exhausted all day long. But if we all focus our attention all at once and we see, have a clear vision, and we're focused, we're seeing the darkness collapse. We know it's collapsing. The more we stop participating in the matrix, the quicker it's going to go down. We are electrical beings over chemical beings, and that's why grounding and allowing the Schumann resonance to course through you right now, it's so important. It's so important at this time to allow all these energies to come through you. Because then you're not a vibrational match. You won't be a vibrational. If you're learning something new, please give the video a like. It helps others find this very important message. We got to learn about the Schumann resonance. We got to learn about vibrational matches. We can kind of understand and overstand the rapture during this time period. If our world, if the whole world, like Dolores Cannon said, if it's raising its frequency, we have to raise our frequency with it to exist here. If we don't raise our frequency with it, we're going to fall off. So just like how people might no longer be a vibrational match, right? We see this, people fall away from our lives. We're seeing this rapidly since 2020. Sometimes they can't hear you anymore. You're on a different frequency. They can't hear it. And you feel the dissonance talking. You're losing your energy. This is the old world. It no longer resonates. That's why a lot of times, so now, when I shared earlier, when the more that you purify yourself, you purify mind, body, and spirit. Write it in the chat. Write it in the comments. Purify mind, body, and spirit. That's what we need to do right now. Mind, body, and spirit. The Triforce. Love the Legend of Zelda. Everything's crumbling. And it's no longer a vibrational match. So when it's no longer a vibrational match, it falls off. We are going through a purification process. And we're becoming tuned. Not tuned into the static anymore. Tuned into the love-based frequencies. The old is crumbling. So we're actually starting to feel this right now. Do you feel that certain things are starting to shake loose? Are they shaking loose from your everyday life experience? And sometimes we need these densities to shake loose. We need the old sense of constraint to fall away. And that's why it's called a currency. This is an energy. It's an energy source. And when these things, the old sense of constraint falls away, we get our freedom. Shake it loose. Yeah, we got to get the starships. So it's important that we're understanding and overstanding that the Schumann resonance will play a role for our future. The future is within the Schumann resonance. And more people every single day, when I've been sharing about it and more people are coming online, they're understanding and overstanding the importance of the Schumann resonance. And we're taking back our power. And it's a lot of, you know, there's creatures that live more on chemicals over electricity. When we're running off of the electrical current, we're more in tune with the light of Christ. We're more in tune with God. And we went real deep. We went real deep underground on Patreon last night. I'm very grateful for all the support. And if it calls you to join our Patreon, we have the links in the description and at the pinned comment. There's a lot going on. But whatever we're shown, you can't take things at face value. You can't take things at face value anymore. The serpents say, here you go. Look at this. You look at this. Right? A lot of toxic things are falling away. Things that no longer resonate with us anymore. We're moving on up. We're moving on up. These terms are not just spiritual terms. We're literally moving up. You're feeling changes within you. You're becoming a beautiful butterfly. Oh, yeah. You're experiencing Heinrich inside of you. You're feeling something's going on with your insides. You're feeling something weird going on. The light energy is coming in. A lot of us were numb to it over the years. We were in the fear-based vibration. We had the shoes on. We went to work in the cubicle, into the sickening building, the buildings that make us sick, disconnected from the source. As they dangle the safety and security. They dangle the safety and security. While all along, we were getting sicker and sicker. You know, sometimes we look at things and, at face value, at first it doesn't look so great, but actually it's a blessing in disguise. We got to get into the cocoon, yeah. We're in the cocoon right now. And we're experiencing Heinrich. And our insides are feeling like they're all over the place. A lot of us have the experience of being the lone wolf, yeah. Feel like the lone wolf. And we were talking about it last night on Patreon. You know, it's like you have you keep going down the rabbit hole, you keep expanding your consciousness, and then you're like, oh, shift. I got no friends and family anymore. Yeah, you're like by yourself. But you can never go back. When you see the sickness, what's going on, you can never go back. You can't go back anymore. You can't go back. I've seen things in the past few months. I could never go back. You can't go back. We have to keep moving forward. And we're moving forward by aligning ourselves, recalibrating ourselves with the Schumann resonance. Oh, yeah. So I want you to think about our future. I want you to think about how you feel in the sunlight. Understand and overstand more about electrical beings and other concepts that we discussed today. Epigenetics, right? Above genetics. The biology of belief. Biology of belief, very important. Positive thoughts. We could tie them into the Hermetic principles. Everything is mental. Oh, yeah. Everything is mental. So if you're seeing the darkness on the television, right? All of a sudden, your body, your cells actually respond to that. You have little antennas all over you. Yeah, you're taking in these frequencies. What you consume is not only what you eat and drink. It's what you watch and what you listen to. The frequencies are coming in. When you're listening to sick things on a television, when we're listening to very sick words and spells in music and some of these songs, we got to take a time out. And what are our children listening to? If you're here to save our children, please give the video a like. It helps others find this very important message. I'm the teacher of the new earth now. What are we listening to? We got to sip. We got to say, hold on. And guess what? We were all, I was doing it. I listened to the songs back in the day. You know, some of them are great, but some of them are like, you get all like, it's all like catchy tunes, right? And then you're like, this is some satanic shift. Don't listen to that stuff. So what we consume, the frequencies, right? Are we consuming nature? Are we consuming the light of Christ? Rowena, thank you so much. I think it's cut off. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for that. That's the rocket ship. We're getting out of here with that rocket ship. Thank you so much. What was that? I don't know. Maybe things are glitching. The rocket, yeah, we're the rocket men right now. We're the rocket men. So, you know, think about I have misplaced the bell right. Oh, here it is. I move stuff around for the love bowl. I got the love bowl here, all right? I move stuff. I cleaned this counter, and then now when I'm doing the love bowl, it starts to slide a little bit. So I gotta maybe not shine it up too much, right? So you know, it's an important time period, and we have to lose the old sense of constraint. The physical body itself, you know, I started listening to. I spoke about Jonathan before, and he was saying how the physical body, you know, and we could actually transcend this physical body. It's actually, the physical body is actually a constraint. Like I intuitively feel like I'm moving too slow. Like I want to move around faster. If I had a light ship, I would be moving a lot faster. Just waiting on my ship. I know you're listening. Bring me my ship. See? So, but yeah, start to think differently about yourself. Start thinking differently about what matters. It doesn't matter about going back. We don't have to go back to the building. We don't have to go back to constraint. We have to keep moving forward, and we're actually getting lighter and lighter. It's like we're in quicksand, yeah. Turn on the Merkabahs. It's true. So take the time to spend time in nature. You could look at the Schumann resonance. You can see when we have spikes, we could see, there's, some people call it disclosure, expansion of consciousness. The Schumann resonance is connected to human brain waves. We have to disconnect from the matrix. We have to get back into nature. Disconnect from the matrix, get back into nature. True. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to focus on. And listen to your body and eat what it needs. I'm eating less too. Also, Bay Area believer, eating less. I don't have the appetite. You know, the ego means like I'm trying to put my weight back on, right? There's only so much I could eat. So something is definitely up. And we're going through these changes. You might see a little extra water in the midsection. I learned about this before, especially when we have these gamma rays coming in, solar flares, solar flashes, right? Solar storms, solar everything right now. And sometimes we hold a little extra water in the midsection to protect our organs from these solar flares. So I know sometimes we want to, you know, be shredded and all that stuff, but ascension comes first. Don't forget it. Even for myself. Corwin, I love you. I love you, Corwin. Thank you so much. And, you know, everyone has stories. You know, Corwin was sharing his story last night on our Patreon. Zoom meeting. It's important that we all hear and everyone has a voice. And that's why the name of the channel is Our Everyday Lives. It's for all of the people. We're the Rainbow Warriors. We're different colors, classes, and creeds. And we're here to witness the end of the world together. Who's here to witness the end of the world? Here we go. So if it calls you, we have group chats on Telegram and Discord, Our Everyday Lives 528 for the 528 hertz frequency, the miracle tone. And we have live Zoom meetings and more videos on Patreon waiting for you. And it is like an excuse for it's true. But, you know, I learned this, and sometimes I'm like, no matter what, I do more cardio, I'm doing more crunches, but there's still a little swelling over there. And we actually hold on to this water. So stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. I went through the whole glass, right? Stay hydrated at this time. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Eat what resonates with you. And we're headed towards the future now. The Schumann Resonance is our future. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we're going to rapidly grow to heights that you can't even imagine, Light Warriors. We're going. We're on the rocket ship. Rocket Man. So I love you all. Stay tuned. You know, it should be an interesting week. Should be an interesting week in the world. You never know when I am coming live, especially if there's a major boom in the world, right? We need to come live and discuss it together. So please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all, and you will get all the updates. If I happen to go live at any moment, your phone will go ding, ding. And then you'll see my ugly mug on your phone, and then we'll be ready to go. Yes. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, and we should be expecting a lot going on. We just had a major eclipse. Things are getting shaken loose right now. Old sense of constraint. Remember, it doesn't happen. Once the eclipse happens, the changes don't happen, right? It sets off like the dominoes, right? It's like the domino effect. They're going to get rolling soon. You can't, there's only so much energy, right? That eventually it's gotta go. Like when these solar flares come in, neutrinos come in, pass through the solid earth. Eventually we have earthquakes and volcanism. The pressure is building, boom, there it goes. There it goes. Krakatoa. There it goes. Yeah, you never know. You never know what's going to happen now. We're in these energies. You don't know what's going to crash tomorrow. Things are on the way down. Things are on the way out, right? You never know. So, yeah, it's time to let go of the old. Let's embrace the new. Let's look at our new lives. Let's look at the Schumann resonance. Like how people would check the weather. We're going to check the Schumann resonance now. Yeah, it's true. So I love you all. I hope that this message was helpful for all of you. It's good when the bell rings on YouTube. Then you know, then you know we're on. We're ready to go. But if you're new to this, we always meet 9 a.m. Eastern time. Daily morning, daily rising videos. I'll get yelled at if I don't say rising. And then you never know what happens. Sometimes we have to have 2 a days. 2 a days are not just good for 2 days are not just good for bodybuilding. 2 a days are good for expanding human consciousness. I shared a video recently, and some people gave me some flack about it, because I was in the gym working out. You ever go to the gym and work out? You have to train your mind, body, and spirit. This is World War III, son. It's time to wake up. It's time to get in tune. Mind, body, and spirit. Everything's got to be strong right now. Everything's deployed. Let's get strong. Yes. It's sponsored by Applebee's. Yes. I love you all. We're having a good time. We're laughing. We learn. We laugh. You should really subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. It's really helpful. I'm grateful. Links are in the description. Let's get going and let's make it to the new earth. I love you all. We're headed to the future. Bye for now.